for new homes. In 2021, we had issued 10 at the same time. In 2020, we had issued 1. The big challenge right now for all development projects continues to be supply chain issues and construction costs and labor as well. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions from the council.
Thank you for that report. Any questions for Mr. Sayer? Seeing no hands, we will move on to item 9, the engineer's report. Ms. Fisher.
Thank you. For the County Highway MPB intersection expansion project bid opening occurred on January 20th. Parisi Construction was the low bidder. Contract award is expected at this meeting. Construction is anticipated to begin in April and complete the end of August. An updated schedule will be provided after the pre-construction meeting with the contractor. For major design projects, the 18151 Auxiliary Lane project design is continuing. 60% plans were submitted on January 14th. Comments from WSDOT were received and are being addressed. Final plans are anticipated to be completed by the end of March, with construction to follow shortly thereafter. For the Wildcat Way Water Main Connection project, 60% plans were reviewed by city staff, and the design is moved into the 90% level. Permits are being prepared with a 90% submittal. Project is expected to have bids open on March 22nd, with construction starting late spring or early summer. For the Northern Lights Road project, D'Onofrio Kotke and Associates has completed 60% plans. Final plans are estimated to be complete in early April. Construction is anticipated to start in late April and complete late August. Work includes adding a southbound lane from Staff Park A to Epic Lane and adding a northbound lane from Breckenridge Road to Staff Park C. For the 2022 asphalt street rehab project and the 2022 pavement surface treatment project, staff has completed plan production for both projects. Advertisement for bids has been published in the Verona Press, and bid opening is on February 22nd. For active development projects in the city, the East Technology Park, D'Onofrio Kotke and Associates opened bids on January 28th. Parisi Construction was the low bidder. A pre-con meeting is scheduled for February 11th, so that was held last week. A detailed schedule will be provided, has not yet been provided. For Kettle Creek North Phase 5, D'Onofrio Kotke and Associates has submitted initial plans for review and comments. No schedule has been given for construction. And finally, for Ambition Drive Extension, Quam Engineering has submitted initial plans for review and comments, and no schedule has been given for construction. So with that, I can take any questions.
Thank you for the report. Any questions for Ms. Fisher? Seeing no hands, we will move on to item 10, which is committee reports. First up, we have 10A, Finance Committee. Alder Kemp.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to make a motion for the payment of the bills in the amount of $17,630,000. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, no, that's correct. $17,630,303.87.
Motion by Alder Kemp. Is there a second? Second by Alder Cronin. Alder Kemp.
Sure. For this month, we have the payment to Bond Trust Services of $1,031,909 in principal and interest for the payment of 2012 bonds. We have our payment to the South Central Library of $107,029 for our annual membership fees. A payment to the Dane County Treasurer for our February tax settlement in the amount of $2,778,205. A payment to Madison Area Technical College for our February tax settlement in the amount of $774,301. And a payment to the Verona Area School District for our February tax settlement in the amount of $12,131,511.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on the motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of paying the bills in the amount specified signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion passes. Alder Kemp.
Yes, number 2, I'd like to make a motion regarding resolution number R-22-010, terminating TIF District number 6 and authorizing the city treasurer to distribute the excess increment to overlaying tax jurisdictions.
Motion by Alder Kemp. Is there a second? Seconded by Alder Posey, I believe. Alder Kemp.
Yes. This proposed resolution will terminate TIF District number 6, which contains lands located in Liberty Business Park and the Verona Technology Park. This district was held open an additional year to create an affordable housing fund. This district contains some surplus funds that will be distributed to the taxing jurisdictions in 2023. At this time, staff estimates the city surplus to be approximately $80,000 to $90,000. Usage of the surplus will be decided during the 2023 budget process. Further, with the TID closure, the tax base will be added or available for the city's 2023 budget. The final increment value of the TID 6 is approximately $90 million.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of resolution number R-22-010, terminating TIF district number 6 and authorizing the city treasurer to distribute excess increment to overlying taxing jurisdictions, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Anything further from finance?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to 10B, which is Plan Commission. Alder Posey.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 22-011, approving a certified survey map to create 2 lots located at 701 and 703 Westward Drive with the following condition. A shared wall agreement shall be recorded with the Dane County Register of Deeds for each property.
Motion by Alder Posey. Is there a second? Second by Alder Kimmett. Alder Posey.
The Plan Commission discussed the certified survey map on February 7, 2022, and voted 7-0 to recommend the Common Council approve the certified survey map, creating the 2 lots with that following condition.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of resolution number R-22-011, approving a certified survey map to create 2 lots at 701 and 703 Westward Drive with the conditions specified, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion passes. Alder Posey.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 22-012, approving the expansion of the Verona Urban Service Area to include 140 acres of land located north of County Highway PD and west of Shady Oak Lane.
Motion by Alder Posey. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alder Kemp. Alder Posey.
The Plan Commission discussed the USA on February 7, 2022. Comments from the Plan Commission include verification that the recommendation from the Plan Commission is to the Common Council for their approval. No decisions are made regarding the land use or the amount of homes being proposed, as those are part of the zoning and site plan reviews. What type of water quality improvements and land uses are expected in the Capital Area Region Planning Commission application? And is there a way to require less pesticide and fertilizer use in the common areas? The Plan Commission voted 7-0 to recommend the Common Council approve the resolution to add approximately 140 acres of land located north of County Highway PD and west of Shady Oak Lane to the cities USA.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Probably talked about this one a lot already. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of resolution number R-22-012, approving the expansion of the Verona Urban Service Area to include 140 acres of land located north of County Highway PD and west of Shady Oak Lane in the city of Verona, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
And that motion passes 7-1 with Alder Cronin voting no. Alder Posey.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 22-013, approving the expansion of the Verona Urban Service Area to include 9.8 acres of land east of County Highway M and south of County Highway PD in the town of Verona.
Motion by Alder Posey. Is there a second? Second by Alder Kimmett. Alder Posey.
The Plan Commission discussed the USA on February 7, 2022. Comments from the Plan Commission included controlling type of plantings in the common areas and stormwater basins to not include Kentucky bluegrass, and design it to include a nice wildlife area. The Plan Commission voted 7-0 to recommend the Common Council approve a resolution to add approximately 9.8 acres of land located east of County Highway M and south of County Highway PD to the cities USA.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of resolution number R-22-013, approving the expansion of the Verona service area to include 9.8 acres of land east of County Highway M and south of County Highway PD in the town of Verona, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Posey.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number R-22-014, modifying the conditions of approval for the Verona Urban Service Area for Kettle Creek North. The
Motion by Alder Posey. Is there a second? I think Alder Kimmett had that one. Alder Posey.
The Plan Commission discussed the USA on February 7, 2022. Comments from the Plan Commission included verification that the three conditions discussed are not legally enforceable. How does the revision of the conditions affect this development? And confirmation that the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources and the Capital Area Regional Plan Commission are requesting this revision. The Plan Commission voted 7-0 to recommend the Common Council approve a resolution modifying the conditions of approval for the Verona Urban Service Area for Kettle Creek North.
Thank you for that explanation. And if I can just add one thing real quick, there's basically unenforceable conditions on this urban service area. So even if we wanted to change them, or we wanted to enforce them, we couldn't. And so this doesn't change anything, and they hadn't been enforced before. So this is just some record cleanup. I suppose you could argue that CARPC should have made the changes, but I guess that's not how it works. So we're making the changes. But anyways, any questions or comments on this one? Seeing no hands. All those in favor of resolution number R-22-014, modifying the conditions of the approval for the Verona Urban Service Area for Kettle Creek North, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Anything further from Plan Commission?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Next, we will move on to 10C, which is Public Works, Sewer, and Water Committee. Alder Touche.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item 10C1, I am making a motion to approve an agreement with the municipal well and pump for well number 6 study.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second?
I'm sorry, I need to add with a condition not to exceed $179,620.
Motion by Alder Touche. Second by Alder Humke. Alder Touche.
Thank you. Well 6 was constructed in the years between 2019 and 2020 and was online in November of 2020. Our testing has showed levels of nitrates from the well increased, but still in compliance based upon Wisconsin Department of Natural Resource requirements. City staff proactively took the well offline in October of 2021 in accordance with Wisconsin DNR. AECom and city staff are diligently working to obtain information necessary to propose solutions. Modeling studies are ongoing to elevate other pumping options, rate and depth, to determine the vertical and horizontal movement of water in the aquifer at the well site. The next steps to be formed by municipal well is to remove the pump, perform water quality sampling of the well at various depths, a packer test with final sampling, and reinstall the pump. The results of the work by municipal well and AECom will assist in proposing solutions for improvements necessary to bring the well back online. Thank you.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of approving the agreement with municipal well and pump for well 6, the well 6 study in the amount specified, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Touche.
Thank you. Next up, item 10C2. I am making a motion to approve project closeout for change order number 1 for project ID 2021-103, Verona Street Concrete Rehabilitation Project. Excuse me.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alder Kemp. Alder Touche.
CPR Inc. of Brookfield, Wisconsin have substantially completed the concrete rehabilitation project. All project documentation was provided by the contractor. Change order number 1 is to rectify as-built quantities for the work required to complete the project, including the deduction of certain items, including but not limited to 2, curb and gutter, common excavation, and base aggregate dents. This change order is a deduct of $15,836.65, bringing the final cost of this contract to $73,888.35.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no hands. All those in favor of project closeout and change order number 1 for project 2021-103 Verona Street Concrete Rehabilitation Project signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Touche.
Next up, item 10C3, I am making a motion to approve awarding contract for project ID 2020-116, County Highway M and County Highway PB intersection expansion project, not to exceed $1,172,113.59.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second? Second by Alder Humke. Alder Touche.
4 bids were received for this project. Parisi Construction, Wolf Paving, Raymond Cattell Speedway Sand and Gravel. Parisi came in at the lowest bid of the amount specified in the motion. Parisi Construction has successfully completed several other projects throughout the city of Verona as a prime contractor. Based on past work performed in the city of Verona and references checked, Public Works staff is of the opinion that Parisi Construction has the personnel, equipment, and financial assets necessary to complete this project.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Alder Kemp.
I do want to bring up, I had a constituent email with concerns about speed enforcement and widening that area. Is that something that we've looked in? Or is that,
a later item?
okay, all right, it's a different, all right, thank you. I'll ask then.
Questions or comments on this motion? Okay. Seeing no further hands, all those in favor of awarding, we're on item 3, correct?
4.
Okay. We're on 4? 3.
Oh, no, I scrolled ahead, my bad.
Okay,
3.
we're on 3. Just want to make sure. Okay. All those in favor of awarding the contract for project 2020-116 County Highway M/County Highway PD intersection expansion project in the amount specified signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Touche.
Now we're up to 4. 10C4. I'm making a motion to approve professional services agreement with JT Engineering for construction engineering services at the former Sugar Creek Elementary School.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second?
I missed it. I apologize, I missed it again. Not to exceed $59,962.50.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second? Second by Alder Cronin. Alder Touche.
Thank you. This agreement is for the construction engineering services for the redevelopment of the former Sugar Creek Elementary School public improvements. JT Engineering has performed construction engineering services for multiple other projects in the city, including Woods of Cathedral Point for phases 1, 2, and 3, and Sugar Creek Commons public improvements. This is a pass-through cost and is included in the developer agreement. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of approving the professional services agreement with JT Engineering for construction engineering services at Sugar Creek Elementary in the amount specified signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Touche.
Thank you. Item 10C5, I'm making a motion to approve an agreement with Wisconsin Department of Transportation for design and construction of Project 1204-08-72, U.S. County Highway 18/151 Auxiliary Lane.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second? Seconded by Alder Humke. Alder Touche.
This agreement between the city and the Wisconsin Department of Transportation outlines the design and construction obligations of each entity for the subject project. Ultimately, this is a standard agreement when work is led by the locals and is conducted on the Wisconsin Department of Transportation system. WISDOT staff time is also to be billed as part of the agreement. The WISDOT cost is a pass-through cost. Thank you.
Thank you for that explanation. Mr. Sayer, in regards to the question that Alder Kemp raised, would it be better to talk about it on this one or on item 6?
I think item 6 is with Northern Lights, and that's where the issue is being raised.
Okay. Thank you. Motion before the body. Questions or comments on this motion? Seeing no further discussion. All those in favor of approving the agreement with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation for design and construction of project 1204-08-72 U.S. Highway 18/151 Auxiliary Lane, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that motion passes. Alder Touche.
Item 10C6, I am making a motion to recommend approval to the council for professional services agreement with KL Engineering for construction engineering services for project 1204-08-72 U.S. Highway 18/151 Auxiliary Lane, not to exceed $410,665.20.
Motion by Alder Touche. Is there a second? Second by Alder Humke. Alder Touche.
This agreement is for construction engineering services for the southbound auxiliary lane on the aforementioned highway and improvements to Northern Lights Road from Epic Lane to North Nine Mound Road intersections. KL Engineering is performing construction engineering services for the city on other projects and is qualified to do work on WISDOT projects. WISDOT is aware of the selection of KL Engineering and has no concerns. Again, this is a pass-through cost. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation. Alder Kemp.
Yes, as I stated earlier, I did have a constituent who had some concerns about the speed on Northern Lights during times when epic traffic is not going in and out of there. And so to echo his concerns, have we looked at additional enforcement during those times of day?
Yeah, I mean, his email came in at 2:13 today, so I haven't had a chance to talk to Chief Coughlin about this. Typically, what we do is we'll put the speed trailer out there. Part of that is to slow people down. The other aspect is we actually collect data to see kind of what times of day the problem is occurring at, and ultimately, when we can kind of target our enforcement. So ultimately, I'm anticipating what Chief Coughlin's going to say is we'll put the speed trailer out there, and then after the speed trailer's out there, we'll educate and enforce as necessary. That's the typical kind of route we take with any speed issues. So, like I said, I haven't talked to Chief Coughlin, but I would anticipate now that this has come to our attention that we'll begin that as soon as we can.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to ask a follow-up then. The concerns about speed is like really common from a lot of people in a lot of different neighborhoods. I think it's a byproduct, one, of the city growing, and two, just people are in a hurry. And maybe some design decisions were made in the past that were not great. Could traffic calming elements be taken into account in regard to the design on this? Like, because when I look at like people leaving Epic, like nobody's going the speed limit because there's an absolute ton of cars, and so I don't feel like it's going to hurt capacity to have traffic calming. However, on the weekends or at off-peak hours when people might be speeding, having traffic calming could make it safer.
I mean, I know Theron's here as well, but I guess my initial reaction is there's already a pretty big curve in that road as it is, as you kind of wrap those corners. It's going to be difficult to calm it much more than kind of the natural curves. It's not a straightaway. Quite honestly, when this email came in, I initially thought it was going to be more for the area north across country between the County Highway PD. I mean, that's a straightaway that's four lanes or 2 lanes in each direction. We can explore options. This is just going to be very difficult from the standpoint of the goal of that project is to ease the congestion that we have, especially with that inbound and outbound peak, and it's significant. But I guess my initial reaction is there's probably not much we can do because we do need to kind of get more capacity out there. And ultimately, that naturally has that curve kind of built into it. So we'll continue to look at it, but I don't think there's going to be much we can do.
I mean, I guess my follow-up then would be, can we pass a note to the construction engineering services or whoever, just to take a look at it at least and see what's, and if Mr. Jacobson,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So KL will just be observing the construction that occurs on site of the approved plans that are basically permitted by us and AECom.
Okay.
So through the review process, we'll look at everything on the table. Yes, there's a lot of traffic out there. There's curves in the road already. Their sight lines are limited out there based on the vegetation that's out there and the aesthetics looks that are out there. Those are all good things out there also. Those are traffic calming elements too. I think enforcement, let's let Chief Coughlin gather data, take that data and use that to what we can do. And ultimately, we're minimizing the amount of lanes that we're adding out there and not putting 4 lanes the whole stretch. We're doing this segmented at the intersections along the corridor for the entrances to the campus out there. So we're doing what is needed, not opening up Pandora's box to, create that drag strip that is, the straight line segment that is north of 9 Mound up to PD, that straight segment that Mr. Sayer brought up. So there's a lot that's already been done out here. There's just a lot of traffic that is occurring.
it's good to hear. Questions, comments, or I guess motions on the motion, but motion before the body. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of the approving the professional services agreement with KL Engineering for construction engineering services for project 1204-08-72 US Highway 18/151 Auxiliary Lane in the amount specified, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion passes. Anything further from Public Works?
That is all for tonight.
Excellent. We'll move on to item 11, adjournment. A motion to adjourn would be in order. Motion by Alder Touche, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alder Kemp. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, no. And we are adjourned at 7:40 PM. Thank you.